G'day, Chiefs. This week's topic is no, it won't be better after we get through this. Now, what I mean by that is there are times in our careers where we're really intensely working on a project and we start to sacrifice a whole bunch of things in our life. It gets really stressful and we say to ourselves, you know what, it'll be better once I get through this project. At the end of this, everything will be better. And I've got news for you, it won't be better. I met a guy this week, a guy called Danny Innie. He's a founder and CEO of a business called Minisode. And they're a curriculum development and online learning course development company. And he was telling me about this particular time where he had 4 projects in a row. And the projects were intense. And he said to himself, at the end of these 4 projects, I'm going to stop, fix everything up and make sure this doesn't happen again and I don't get so stressed. And he said he knocked each project out of the park one after the other. Just absolutely nailed it. But then he said he got back to his room at the end of this one particular day and he'd just finished up with a client. He got back into his room and ping, off goes his email saying there's another particular project that's gone a bit wrong and he's going to have to get right back into it. And you know what? The whole cyclone, the whole hurricane started over again and he was back working his tail off. And so he said, right, I can't do this. I've got to get out. And he went for a walk and he sat down and he said, I've got to work out a way now that allows me to actually do this job well and to do it with grace. And he said this to me yesterday over lunch and I went, that is just such a powerful little statement. Do this job well and do it with grace. Because right now, if you're in one of those moments where it's highly intense and there's heaps of hard work, it doesn't feel graceful at all. In fact, it feels completely the opposite. It feels like you're running around like a headless chicken trying to keep up with what's going on, probably delivering poor quality work as well, and is the truth of it, compared to what you're capable of. So what we want to do is put a bit of a pattern interrupt of some sort and put the right mindset and the right framework into what you're doing in the way you manage your time and your energy when times get tough. You can't run on 110% for very long, like a very short period. And you want to be able to store that up for very, very special times. Most of the time you want to be running on around about 90%. That was one of our great CEOs mentioned that to me once, and I think it's fantastic advice. So let me talk about a few ways that you can do this. If you're in an intense moment, this is what I do, is if things are going really, really busy, I know that during business hours, I'm probably not going to have the time to take stock. There's too much going on, too many clients calling, workshops to run, things like that. So I do it at 5 in the morning. I take stock one day, I'll get up at 5 in the morning, there's a cafe near me that's open at that time. I also know at that time, no one's going to be emailing me, no one's going to be calling me. All the work that I do at that time is totally discretionary. So I take the time out at that particular point in time and I go to my local cafe and I sit down and say, right, what's my outcome here? What do I want to be achieving and how do I want to do it? What's the mindset I need to bring to this set of tasks that are in front of me? And what is a little framework or process I've got to put in place to manage my time and my energy so my output is optimal? So that might mean a change in the way my schedule works. It might mean I've got to do some delegation better. It might mean I've got a whole range of things slightly differently. So this is a little thing for you to do. Take some time out and work out a way for you during those hectic periods to operate differently at a slightly higher level than ever before. Perhaps you need some new skills, maybe you need to delegate better, maybe you need some better templates for time management. Do some things when the times are down so that when you've got to run at 100%, you're absolutely flying. Now, as I said, if you're in one of those moments, don't wait till it's over. Find a way, like Danny did, to take stock, to stop and do it gracefully, because it will not be better after it unless you learn how to do it now while it's intense. All right, Chief. Been great having you on the Chief podcast. We'll see you next time.